Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Sueton. Hello, Gotcha. Hello, Committal. Hello, Kirby. Hello, Spooky. Yeah, I did see Kirby. That. You did good. You did good. Bonjour. Hello, Fable. I'm on VC right now. I'm a bit distracted. It's alright, Sueton. No worries. Hope everything's alright, Fable. Hello, Monzo. I like how I'm doing a roll call. That looks like that's everybody. Alright. Tonight, today has been such a tiring day, and it's like, bleh, my mind is all mushy, but I am still extremely hyped for tonight's stream, because we are playing a good old favorite game of mine called Her Story. I've talked about it plenty of times, so I won't oversell the plot again, but yeah. This game is about us talking to a woman. Well, we're not talking to her. We are looking at recordings of a woman, and we are supposed to gather whether or not she did a crime or not. And we're supposed to search words in order to try and find videos that are relevant. And this story is great. There's so many cool twists and turns, and I have the full list of words that I want to use in order for us to have the perfect narrative. I hope you guys are excited, because I am. I've never heard of this game. Well, now you have, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. Alright, the gang's all here. I got the gang back together. Alright. I don't think there's really anything... I don't think we need to keep going. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's load this baby up. And game capture. Let's wait. Wait for it to load. There it is. Oh, hold on, I got this. Graphics quality, the only setting is good. Alright, let's see. What's input? Oh, no, yep. Oh, this is very nice, pretty music. Wait, no. I didn't think that would do the thing. No. Go, stop. Stop. Wait. Window. Capture. Why is it not... Why is it not appearing? There we go, jeez. I wanted to get the title screen because it slowly faded away and the piano music was really cool, but never mind, I guess. So, okay, hold on. There we go. Let's get this all set up. You guys probably aren't going to be able to know how the audio is until I play the tapes. So let me know then, okay? Going into this fresh, nice. So is it set in stone whether she's guilty or not, or does it change depending on the words you use? Okay, so gotcha. We don't know whether or not she's guilty or not. We are purely using around 7 interviews randomly dispersed into various clips in order to decide whether or not this woman is guilty or not, as you can see with her being in like different outfits on different days. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to start playing some clips for you guys. I'll probably have to turn this down so that way it hopefully doesn't echo into the stream. And we'll see how this goes. Um, let's see, read me. Okay. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed, and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g., robbery, into the search field, click search, and the database will return all clips which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, to use multiple words like robbery supermarket. If you are working from a printed transcript, you can be even more precise. Use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement, like, yes, I was there. To store a clip for later reference, click add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the user tags box and type in your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact the department's Information Technology representative. Police Information Technology, PITO. Okay. Really read me. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server which the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured that this would be enough. Take your time, SB. Rubbish bin. Hack info. Nah. We're good. Alright, let's see. I'm here at last. Hello, Matthew. I have watched The Electric State today, and that movie was not as bad as people say it is. Cool. I have Angel on my phone and computer. Nice. Alright, so, guys, okay, maybe I should have Angel in the thinking thing for the entire time as we analyze this. Alright. Tell me how, the audio is once we've seen this tape. This is... Okay, so... So we've searched up murder. These are all going to, for example, have times where she has mentioned the word murder. Let's see how it goes.
You think it's murder? Clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. Alright. This is her on a different day. This is the next day.
Yeah, that's me. But I blew it, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with someone's murder?
Okay. So we don't know her name, but we do know who was murdered. And who was murdered is Simon. And she knows Simon, it looks like. That's why she's being brought in for questioning it, I assume. Alright. Same day. This was on 06. This was 07. And this is also 07. So she was seemingly taken into another room at some point. I'm so confused by this now. It's okay. You're supposed to be. We're gonna learn the story, like, not in a chronological manner.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay, denying.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
Hmm.
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Okay. So, oh, oh, gotcha. Donation. Hold on, let me see what gotcha did. Go to Kofi here, and there you go. Thank you, gotcha, for the $1. Sorry to do this so early, but Calypso said he'd say hi if I hyped him up on stream. Aw. Yeah, Calypso's not gonna be coming tonight. It's a bit late for him. But if he does come, it'd be great. But yeah, he might not come out tonight because it's a bit late. But thank you, gotcha. Thank you so much for the support. All right, let's see. Let's go back out of this. And all right, let's see. I gotta use my detective skills. All right, Fable. So this is an ARG type game. I wouldn't say it's an ARG type game. It's more of like a mystery solver kind of game. All right, let's see. So the next word we are going to look up is February. Let's see. February. Okay, that isn't okay. Spelt it right. Wait, I spelt it wrong. Did I? No, okay, I didn't spell it wrong. That's weird. February is spelt very weirdly. Let's see. Okay, so this is 07. This is before the White Room.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
Let me play that again.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding.
Okay.
And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet.
Huh.
But I really can't remember back to February.
February. Is that when the murder took place? And she was caught speeding at some point. And they're asking her why she was speeding. And she was giving out an excuse. Okay. One idiot decided to put the first R in February. Yeah, it's really weird. Why does she look like Matt's girlfriend? Aren't they married? I thought that she was his wife. All right, let's look up speeding. Try and get some more info on that. Double click up the speeding. Okay, we have one more.
You must be desperate for news if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets.
Okay, now that you guys have heard the clips a good bit, is the audio okay? Do I need to turn it up? Her body language is guarded. It is. She's seeming very defensive and closed off. Like she's trying not to be expressive, to not be seen as guilty. Yeah, I figured they were married. They have like a kid together and everything. All right, let's see. What's the next word? It's fine. All right. Suspect. That's our next word. Suspect. Okay, we got a good bit of videos here. It's fine. Okay, so I don't need to turn up the game audio at all. It's all good. Cool. All right. Let's see.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
You suspect someone of murdering their husband. Huh. Seems like she was cut off a bit there. Cool. I think I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it up a bit. I kind of listened to the stream myself, and yeah, I think I want to turn it up a tiny bit more. It's a little muffled, but I can hear fine. Plus, there's captions. Yeah, true. I still think it might be a bit good to turn up the game audio a bit. Hopefully that, and then you guys can tell me if it's too loud. I can still hear it, Lamau. Yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't want since I'm not going to be really talking during the time that she's talking, I just don't want it to be a bit too muffled, you know. It's for your guys' enjoyment. Let's see. So this is the next one.
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect?
You want to eliminate me as a suspect. All right. Okay. So is that what they were telling her? And is this the first interview? They were asking her questions, so they can be like, yeah, you didn't do it. It's fine. Let's see.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, I can't be in two places at once.
Glasgow. Okay, that's a lead. She was in two places at once. She was at Glasgow at the time of the murder. Okay. Okay. Huh. That's weird. Oh, wait. That's the day. The first one is the day. Oh, it's day, month, year. Okay. So that was a month. So okay, I was reading this wrong. They weren't like a day from each other. It was in the same month as the other one. So this orange coat and this like darker blue sweater. These interviews were taken a month apart from each other. I'm guessing this might be a more English setting. So it's day, month, year, which I honestly wish that's how we did it in the USA, but you know. Let's see.
This is the third day running you've called me in. I speak to Doug and Eleanor every day. They say you've been asking a lot of questions about me. Should I be worried? Am I a suspect?
Doug and Eleanor, okay. And see, she's suspecting it too. All right. See, what's the next word? Glasgow. Oh, got another donation. Let's see who did it this time. Let's see. Let me get out of this for a second and refresh the page. Thank you, Monzo, for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Joke of the day, I told my wife I was drawing her eyebrows too high. She looked surprised. Nice. Thank you so much, Monzo. I appreciate the support. All right, let's see. Let's get back into here. Wow, Z. Zooey Mama. Oh my god, I loved Diary of a Wimpy Kid as a kid. Oh, I just noticed we have a little reflection. Guess that makes sense. All right. All right, let's see. I need to look at this. Glasgow. Ooh, wow. A lot of ones here. All right, let's see. First one. Oh, she has her hair up in some of these. Are these on the same day? 27th of 06, which is January, February, March, April, May, June. 27th of June. Yeah, why did she tie her hair up? Interesting.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. Just had to sleep.
Huh. Let me play that again.
I got in the car
On the car.
and I drove.
Drove.
I just kept driving north.
Uh-huh.
Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could.
Why?
When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow.
Is this her alibi?
I was so tired.
Why she stayed there?
Just had to sleep.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's this next one.
I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. Got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from a payphone, and then headed back.
Do they have an argument? They have like an argument and she just ran off in a flash of anger. Because in the first one she says, like, I got in the car and I just drove as fast as I could, not thinking, and fell asleep. And here she's saying...
Yes.
I
got to Glasgow, I
exhausted.
was exhausted, so I pulled over.
Slept in the car after that.
I woke up because a rubbish truck went past.
I
got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry.
Okay. And she tried to call Simon before heading back home, it seems. Oh! Okay. Oh, thank you. Sueton. Thank you so much for the support. Let me see what was said. I'm not talking a lot, but hi, have fun. Thank you for the $5, Sueton. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. All right. Let's see. So, Let's see.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year.
Okay.
It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Okay. Let me play that again. I gotta play these multiple times to kind of really, like, digest the info.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
Yeah, so they brought in his watch.
He got it this year.
Probably from his body. He got it from
It was a
Eric.
wedding anniversary gift.
Okay, yeah.
Steel.
Eric got it for him
It would
for
have
the
been Diane who chose
anniversary.
it.
Okay.
Nice taste.
Yeah.
That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Last part is interesting. All right, let's see what the next one is.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Witnesses. They just asked her, would anyone have seen you during that time? And this is her response.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Okay. Do we know who's dead? Is it Simon? I'm a little lost. Yes. We are investigating Simon's murder, and it looks like whoever she is, and Simon, it looks like they are together. They might have been together romantically. At least that's what I'm getting from it. And she's the prime suspect. For some reason. How'd she know it was deserted? Because she was there. The story she's painting right now for the police, the investigators, is that sorry, I had a little bit of a burp. So yeah. The story she's giving the police is that her and Simon she hasn't said, but it looks like they might have had some kind of like fight or disagreement, and she drove off in the car because she was angry, drove all the way up to Glasgow, and was so tired she just fell asleep. She woke up, got some breakfast, tried to call Simon on a payphone, and then came back home. And it's looking like she's trying to use that as an alibi, as I was in Glasgow then, so therefore I couldn't have committed the murder because I wasn't even in the house at that time. But yeah. Hey, Fable, I like the investigator energy you're bringing to the table, so I mean, hey. It's, I don't mind it. Watching Taste this the whole time for some reason in Angel's stream. It's alright, Kirby, no worries. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay, let's see. Did I already play this?
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted.
No, I didn't.
The streets were empty. I was driving badly.
Uh-huh.
And I hit a taxi.
Okay.
Not a big crash. Just paintwork.
Uh-huh.
The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me.
Okay.
And I told him I was pregnant.
Oh.
He made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out.
Oh.
It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at.
Uh-huh.
There's a scratch on the car.
Oh, shit. Okay, so that adds a lot of information to the case. You're fine, Kirby. It's fine. I see two possibilities. Either she killed him and drove up to Glasgow for the alibi, or she's telling the truth. I guess we'll see. I'm going to rewatch the stream once it's done. I'm a bit distracted right now too, Kirby. That's alright. No worry. That's why the VODs exist. That way you guys can do your own thing and come back later. Though, saying that out loud, that's obvious in hindsight. Yeah, there's probably something going off. Because I definitely would love to use my notebook and take notes down. Honestly, Fable, go ahead. We love the dedication. I'm still so confused. It's alright. We're supposed to be. I tried to explain it a bit so you guys would be less confused. So wow. Okay, so let's play that again.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was
okay.
exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi.
Wait a minute.
Just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. And I told him I was pregnant.
Hold on.
He made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. So, okay, obvious big reveal. She's pregnant. Probably pregnant with Simon's baby. Um, how? Okay, so I've noticed a little detail, something that might be a flub in her story. She said she drove to Glasgow, had no incidents, slept in the car, got breakfast, went to go call Simon and go home. Did she do all of that and then hit the taxi? Because it's the way she was talking. It looked like she said she was exhausted, so it had to have been that night. How could she have fell asleep in the car and hit the taxi at the same time? Like, she couldn't have been, like, the stories don't add up. They contradict each other. I have a lot of notes on other things I've done. I've done forensics has been a all-time love and passion. Awesome. What's that sound? It says, yeah. Huh. I guess it ultimately depends on whether or not there were records of her in the hospital or not. But if so, that means her earlier story was a lie. So she's already possibly making up stories to cover her ass. So let's see. What's the next word? Pregnant. Yeah, let's get more details on that. Hold on, how do you spell it? Preg. All right. She's making so many holes in her stories, and I can probably take it down. Nice. Reminds me of jury duty, kind of. All right, so this is in January. Wait, no, June. January, February, March, April, May, June. June 25th. And when were these taken? Oh, it's in chronological order. So this interview and this one took place 2 days apart from each other. Interesting.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room, and they decided we should get married. I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room, and they decided we should get married.
So her and Simon, I'm assuming, she got pregnant and they weren't married, and their parents pushed them into getting married, it looks like. Okay. Well, if she had the car, then why the taxi? Well, she hit the taxi. That's the story she's painting. Is that she was so tired, it was deserted, and she hit a taxi because she was so tired. But she couldn't have been tired if she slept in the car that same night. She's obviously hiding something. She can't get her story straight.
Yes, I'm fine. Oh, I was sick again.
Oh.
This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
Oh, did she throw up in another interview? And they gave her some water. Okay. Oh, we have music. Had to be an arranged marriage. I wouldn't say it was an arranged marriage. I think it was just two parents being like, dude, come on, get married. You're doing it. And they're like, fine, geez. To be honest, if she had the car, then she couldn't use the taxi because she has the car. Well, the only reason she used a taxi was because she hit the taxi and the guy came out and she was like, oh, sorry, I'm pregnant. And then he drove her to the hospital. So yeah, it's not that she used the taxi, so you can't use the argument of well, if okay, the thing is, it's not that she's saying, oh, I used a car and oh, I used a taxi. It's, oh, I drove and drove and drove and then slept in my car and then got breakfast the next morning. And then she changed her story to, I drove and drove, and because I was tired, I hit a taxi and I had to go to the hospital. Those are two completely different stories. Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Well, yes.
Mm,
He found out on my birthday.
okay.
I told him I was pregnant.
Uh-huh. Okay, so she told him on her birthday. Interesting.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born.
Okay.
Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending.
Yeah, story's wild.
Is that too much?
Rapunzel's story, it's a happy ending. I got an achievement. Interesting. She really went deep into that just because of a photograph. Is it possibly because the Rapunzel story means a lot to her? Is there some hidden depth in there? I guess we'll see. It's possible she was driving home when she hit the taxi. I know pregnancy can take a lot out of a person. It might have drained her energy and made her tired again. I don't know, gotcha. I don't know. I think I think that's the point. And she probably would have made that excuse too, but I feel like it's reaching a tiny bit. Maybe she could have been groggy, possibly. She did say it was deserted, so maybe it was early in the morning. I don't know. I think we're going to need more details on that event to really get any concrete information. Okay, so that's everything for this. Shotgun wedding. That's interesting. All right, husband. Let's look that up. Okay, we got some good videos. It's on 25th.
I haven't been into work. I guess I've just been waiting to hear from you, hear from my husband.
Okay. Is this at a point where she didn't know? Husband. Waiting to hear from my husband. Okay, so possibly the light blue shirt indicates she might not know about the murder. Let me start tagging that. And then this was 2 days before. And I think this is when she was like, okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help. So anything before the 27th of June, she did not know Simon was murdered. At least I'm assuming.
When you suspect someone of murdering their husband.
Well, I don't know if I'll tag each individual one. It's just light blue shirt. That's pre-murder. Okay.
She's crying, I guess. She's sad because she thought she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay, because she finds out it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. And so it's fine.
What was that about? Is this like some kind of different version of like a Rorschach test where it's like we're gonna show you a photo and you have to decipher its meaning? Let me play that again. She's crying. A woman crying because she saw her husband with another woman. But it's okay because it wasn't. It was his brother. Was there any kind of cheating going on? Did she suspect Simon of cheating?
Thought it made me sound suspicious.
What?
It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple.
Oh.
I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything.
Oh.
Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important.
What are you talking about?
It's different now.
Yeah, so she was told that day in this orange suit, orange dress, I guess, that he was murdered. So she didn't. She didn't tell them the whole truth. She said something so simple and so non-descriptive to make herself seem not guilty. Could there be another woman? I don't know. I'm gonna leave so I can watch the VOD and take notes, Lamau. See you later, chat, and I hope y'all hydrate and remember that you're nobody till someone loves you, and that person's me. I love you, chat. Aw, that's nice, Fable. I'll see ya. Alright, so hold on, let me play this again. That was a lot of information.
Thought it made me sound suspicious.
Yeah.
It's not a normal thing to do to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I knew it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would, distract you from what was important.
From what was important.
It's different now.
Interesting. Could she be cheating? I'm not too sure. I don't think so. I'm not getting that vibe.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon.
She's got a tattoo.
No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Interesting. This was taken in July the 1st. About 4 days after this interview, so it's been a little bit since that one.
It was supposed to be a secret.
A secret?
Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon.
Yeah?
No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses.
Okay. Did she cover something up and then they're like, dude, you lied? And she was like, well, I don't have to give up all his secrets. He cheated his expenses for a romantic night at Oxford. I mean, why lie until you know your husband's dead? Yeah, that's a very good point. Let's look up Oxford. Okay, we have a couple more for that. See if we can get any more info on that. The red flags are blaring. Hello, Bacon Cat. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're not going to be too confused because we've delved a bit into this game. So far, we are looking at recordings of this woman to dictate whether or not she murdered her husband. So far, we learned that she and her husband Simon. We don't know her name, but her husband's name is Simon. They presumably had some kind of altercation, possibly a fight. She drove up into a place called Glasgow, which is on the other side of the country, apparently, angry in a fit, and she wanted to get away. She was exhausted, and apparently, uh, she hit a taxi during that time and had to go to the hospital because she was pregnant. But she lied about that to the cops originally and just said, "Oh yeah, I slept in my car and got some pastries for breakfast and called my husband and went back." So this is a woman who has already established a behavior of lying and not telling the whole truth. Yeah. And she's being very defensive about it. And we're trying to see whether or not she actually did it or not. We have some theories cooking up. She looked at a photo of something, and it seems like she was supposed to interpret what the photo could have been about. And she interpreted a photo of a woman crying to mean that, oh, her husband was cheating on her, but it's okay because it wasn't her husband, it was his brother. So therefore, happy ending, right? And that's what she got from that picture. So we're theorizing either she or Simon possibly cheated, possibly a motive for the murder. If she did do it. And yeah, we're just kind of seeing how things go. Okay, so we looked up Oxford because of earlier. She perhaps did have no clue about it, but someone else did it. I don't know. There's not enough info to really tell Kirby.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing in Oxford.
Okay, that doesn't really tell us much.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Okay, and then she said this.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Interesting. I don't know what to get from that. She doesn't sound too surprised her husband is dead, but she doesn't sound like it was old news either. Yeah. I'm assuming they didn't tell her, like, maybe they did tell her at the interview, but she is acting like, I don't know, I can't really get a read on her. Either she's trying to protect her secrets or she's trying to keep Simon's secrets, but why keep those secrets that could have gotten him unalived? Yeah. If you're innocent, you're gonna want to tell those secrets, or you're trying to hide something you don't want anyone to know. Yeah, it's weird. I really don't know what she's trying to get at. Let's see, the next word is blue. We have one video. Let's see.
He was wearing a shirt.
Okay. Oh.
Blue turtleneck shirt and jeans.
Oh, this is her.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, black pants there. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
This is the earliest point in the timeline. This dark blue coat. This is her reporting him missing. The 18th of June. 18th of June is the earliest in the timeline we've gotten so far. And she just listed what he would have been wearing. He was wearing a shirt.
Blue turtleneck.
Jeans.
He has a watch.
A watch. It's the one that we talked about earlier.
Gift from his boss.
From Eric.
Had his coat.
His coat.
A long grey duffel coat.
Grey duffel coat, yeah.
He would have taken that with him.
And it's not in the house. Did she say she saw him that day? We haven't really gotten confirmation yet. All she's said in her... Okay, she talked about Glasgow after she knew he died. After they told her he was murdered. And all she said was, I'm assuming the day that he was murdered, the time of death, that she was in Glasgow and that she tried calling him the next day. After, I think. Does she remember where she last saw him before he went missing? I'm assuming... She hasn't said that, but I'm assuming it was probably before she went into the car and went to Glasgow. Let's see, what's the next word? Tattoo. Let's see, let's erase some of these words. Got some videos. And this is the latest in the timeline. This white shirt, she... assume she's not in the same interview place, and it looks like she's possibly being persecuted. And these are like final statements. So she somehow flubbed something up, and now she's like, something really bad happened in this point. So let's see how she got to that point. Okay, so this is the dark blue one. Dark blue one means missing person era.
Down here near his stomach.
Okay.
Cut himself with some glass.
Okay.
He looks just like the photo. His glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera.
Oh.
But he needs them to see properly.
Okay.
To read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much. Or watching TV.
She's very particular. She's really good at telling a narrative. Okay, and yeah, this is I'm gonna have to split these up into eras in my head. This one is after they have been, I believe, talking to other people, and they're like really being like, they're really suspicious of her. This is very suspicious era. Suspicious of her. In the orange coat, they're just asking her general questions. In this blue shirt, regular blue, she is very suspicious. That seemed a bit off, yeah. I used to wear glasses. Taking them off for photos is completely valid. The glare is insane, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Okay. Expressing my individuality. It's a snake and an apple. I got an achievement. Okay, so I'm guessing that tattoo is going to be important at some point. An apple and a snake. Very on the nose. Let's see. And then this is presumably what should we call this era? We'll call this the convicted era, where she's probably, we'll call it the probably guilty era, because she's probably guilty, but they're still trying to gather evidence or something. Bible story, yeah. Apple and snake are Navidan. Yeah, interesting tattoo. To express my individuality.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in the bar in the evenings. So So I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Huh. That means something. I don't know what, but that means something. She seems a bit more honest in the probably guilty era.
He saw me singing
Oh.
one of my shows. Pure chance.
Huh.
Not sure I remember what he was even doing there.
Simon?
Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking.
Oh.
I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. Guessed my name from letter 2.
Huh?
Told me it was a palindrome and that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time.
What?
He didn't tell me he was married.
What?
I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Holy shit, hold on. There is a lot to unpack there. Okay, hold on. We're literally going to dissect this frame by frame. Literally going to dissect this frame by frame.
He saw me singing.
He saw me singing one of my shows, Pure Chance. Doing there. Drink at the bar. Came over, we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously, I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. So she knew Simon before he knew her. Fascinated by the likeness. Does she have like a twin sister? He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. Is her name Eve then? Because Garden of Eden, you know, Adam and Eve, is this Eve? If I'm correct, a palindrome is where you can mirror the same word. Yeah, like race car or taco cat, yeah.
Told me it was a palindrome.
Let's see. Yeah, her name's probably Eve. She was the other woman, yeah. I enjoyed talking to him. To be able to sit and interact to him after all this time. Like, so did she hear about him from her sister, but then, like, she wasn't able to see him for some reason? And he didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me, like, he was dreaming, a waking dream. That is... 2 and 2 isn't adding up. Right. What's going on, Eve? What is going on, Eve? Let's see. Simon. Let's get some more info on him. We got all new ones. So she knows him from their past. Could she have a twin? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so this is all from the earliest point in the timeline. Every single one of these videos is missing person era, when he was just a missing persons case.
Simon Smith. Works at Pence Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really useful things.
Okay.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair,
Mm-hmm.
build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said I should bring a photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. Best one I have.
Okay, that's probably when she was talking about his glasses. When she said he looks just like in the photo.
It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock.
The Rock.
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barman they have it sometimes. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
That his last known alive day, he went to the bar, had some drinks. Remember the ink blots where she mentioned cheating and a twin? Yeah.
Yes, there's an abstract one. No one uses it very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games. And save the princess.
She likes this princess allegory a lot. Saving the princess from a tower and all that.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So who do next?
At least here she kind of looks genuinely worried. Let's see. Eric, let's dive a bit into his boss. Eric. Alright, we got some new ones. This is her talking about the watch he gave Simon.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on Saturday afternoon. Had a job. He didn't show. Eric was doing one thing. I checked at the Rock. That's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since.
Friday night, he disappeared.
Still not back this morning. Just isn't like him at all.
Okay.
Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you.
So he was the last seen Friday, and hadn't been seen the following Saturday. Saturday is when he would have officially been missing. Have you searched her name? Not yet. We will probably get to that at some point. I'm just going off of the list of words I got here. Please, victim. Yeah. Let's see.
Yes, there's a car that we share of Cavalier.
Mm-hmm.
And a van he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look you when I get back.
Okay. Talking about just generic things like the car.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash. Eric convinced him to get that.
Okay. Okay, so that was all missing person era. I forget which one this was. It's the 18th. This is the 25th. I think the orange ones were after she had just found out. So light blue is I'm gonna have to look at this and see if I can get any context clues. Did he by chance commit? I don't know. I just finished my newest art and I got to say it's my best piece ever. Awesome, Matthew. Could very well be. Dude might not have been happy with his life, but then again, this chick is a red flag herself, so yeah, she had said that he's not the type to do something crazy like that, though.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Okay. Yeah, I can't really narrow that. I'll have to remember that this is the 25th. I'll have to look at that in a later date. Let's see. Let's look at Diane. Get a little bit more info on her. Got a couple videos. Oh, she's got a guitar for some reason. Let's see.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with Glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing.
Glaziers.
They have 2 kids, really sweet kids.
Mm-hmm.
She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Okay, so she worked at the Glaziers. Okay, no. Okay, 27th. 27th is this orange coat area. This is when she found out he was missing. So for everyone, dark blue coat is the missing person era, and so is this light blue shirt that she's wearing. Those two are the missing person era. This orange coat is when she just figured out this is figured out when he was murdered era. When she just figured it out. And okay, and that's new. That's a pattern one. So it looks like the light blue solid. It's that. And sometime after that. They brought out a guitar to sing. It's interesting. They have so many different interviews. I think I heard there was like 7 different interviews. So it makes sense, I suppose. Holy shit. Wait. Monzo? She had a tattoo.
Really nice.
She had a tattoo in the earlier ones.
Organises the Christmas.
Look at that. She had a tattoo at one point. She said she got it very early in her life when she moved out. She doesn't have a tattoo right now. Did she, one, lie about getting the tattoo at that point? But no, she was being honest like the other time.
They have 2 kids.
I don't know. Either way, she's lying. Is this... Huh. Chat. Are the twin sisters a part of this interview? Are we seeing 2 different people in these interviews? One that has a tattoo and one doesn't? Check the date on the clip she had the tattoo. Yeah, look, let's see. This is the 25th of June, and she had the tattoo here. It's just covered up by this longer shirt, and that was this is the 7th of February, it looks like. Actually, no, it would be July. Let's see. Could explain the difference in personalities. Yeah, because she's like more bubbly in some points, and then she's more reserved. So which one is Eve? Let's see.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come in for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diana's a really good cook into her trendy ingredients.
Mm.
And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines.
Mm.
I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Have you ever eaten fennel? MasterChef. I got another achievement. Well, the one with the tattoo has to be Eve. Simon guessed her name via the tattoo, so I bet him and Eve. Yeah, okay, so Eve is the one with the tattoo, so who is this woman who doesn't? Well, we have a guitar, so, I mean, let's see what that's about.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. We should ask Diane.
Who were they asking about?
Simon and Eric arguing?
Simon and Eric arguing. No, they were good to each other. Okay. Okay, let's see. One's the wife, the other's not. They could have been separated when young or something. Possibly. Did the twin kill Simon because she was jealous? Keep that in your back pocket. Guitar. Okay, oh, it looks like she's playing it. Let's see. So this is after. This is like the day before the July. So she knew after this point. She knows around this point. And she's not too sussed out yet.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Okay. Are they asking about the guitar they found in, like, the house? We now need to figure out who is who in each video and whose story we're listening to. That's a very good point. I like stuff like this. That can't be true because how would they both know if they never knew who Simon was on the same day? We'll see.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Her guitar, yeah. Okay. And look, it looks like she's playing it.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's greatest guitar player. Okay? Probably needs tuning. How about a traditional ballad?
The traditional ballad. Or, oh. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Uh. uh, oh. I see. And then it gets weird. A traditional ballad, The Wind and the Rain. I got another achievement. It gets weird. I see. Two sisters, yup. Two sisters, plain as day right there. Interesting. So, how much of that is like a hint? And what about that is just in the song? But they never say anything about each other like they knew each other from a long time ago. I'm back. What I miss? Oh, Sueton, you have missed quite a bit. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, Sue, honestly, I think you might not want to watch it right now because we have gotten, like, a lot of bombshells. You may want to either go back into the stream, to where you last went off, or you might want to watch the VOD because I genuinely don't know if I can say anything without, like, either one, spoiling, or two, there's a lot to spoil. But yeah. Well, that's okay. I've seen people play the game. Okay. So, we've gotten to the point then, we've gotten to the point where we're questioning whether or not she is the same person in these interviews because we've noticed that in one of these points, when she had a different shirt on and you could see more of her arm, she had a tattoo. And at some other, like in this, she has a tattoo in this shirt. But when we saw her in another shirt, she did not have the tattoo. So we're wondering if if these are two twin sisters, each taking a part in these interviews, and we don't know who is who. You know, those gameplays commentary, yeah. Jesus, there's a lot to unpack here, yeah. So obviously, I don't think the part about her drowning the sister, I don't think that's accurate to what happened in real life because obviously there's two sisters here. But I think the part about them both loving this man who only loved one of them, the younger one, is very intentional. Tattoo Eve, no tattoo other sister, yeah. So they both love the same guy, but he loved the younger sis. Does that make Eve the older one? Possibly. Possibly. Huh. So Eve be the jealous one? I don't know. Let's see. The Rock. Let's see. I think that's the bar. Yeah, see, look. No tattoo here.
I guess the Rock, who's spoken to everyone there, someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
This is still missing person era. When they haven't found him and they needed more questions.
Oh God, I don't know. I guess the Rock, who's spoken to everyone there, someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
So this is sister because of the no tattoo. But that's going to then make it very hard when she covers up her tattoo slash not tattoo. It's going to be harder to decide who is who. I think the empathetic one is the other sister, and I think the more calculated one, a bit more snarky, might be Eve. Well, hold up. Remember how Simon met Eve at a bar, I think it was? Yeah. What if Simon cheated on his wife and then with Eve and then fell in love with her? But he had to have known who Eve was because he said her likeness was like uncanny, that he looked like her, but then also didn't tell her that. No, so he couldn't have known about Eve because he just said, "Oh yeah, you look like she." He both said, "You look like my wife," but he never said that he was married. This is the part that doesn't make sense to me. She's talking about his side of the family a lot, and we got nothing on her side because if her parents knew she would speak out about them. It is interesting. She might not have had a family. Was she like an orphan? Possibly. Because, yeah, you're right. She is only talking about Simon's parents. Which one was pregnant? I'm confused. The orange shirt one. At that point, she said, "Yeah, I'm pregnant." But it depends. It depends on which one is actually pregnant or not. And we don't know who. I'm assuming that maybe the sister is pregnant because of the fact that she was more positive and playful. Is it somehow possible that he accidentally had an affair thinking it was his wife while he was drunk and then found out and she got pregnant? I think he might have definitely gotten drunk, but he didn't think it was his wife. He just said that Eve looked like her, not saying he was married. Maybe Simon said Eve looked like someone he knew. He could have been referring to his wife as literally anything else, especially if he was going to cheat. Yeah, it depends. All right, let's see.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone sang with you from the rock.
Okay. I guess asking if anyone else had been in the house. Okay. Let's look at the plumber. See if there's any leads there. No. I don't know why I wrote that down then. Fight. Okay, we have one thing. Yeah, I'm wondering if they had a fight. Or, like, that was my earlier thought, but now I'm wondering if one of the sisters got jealous and killed him.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head.
Huh?
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach. And I held her head under and I kept it. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown.
Huh?
But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Okay, hold on. She just name dropped Eve. But she did it as different. Is this? Heh. Is this a sister? Is this a sister? Is this a sister? Hmm. 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 We fight, but she didn't name drop her as her sister. Is Eve the younger sibling? Problem solved. Stream ends. The song about drowning the sister. So did she make up the song based on her fight? She said it was like a traditional ballad. I thought the song might have existed. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. So this is the girl. This is the sister. This is not Eve. So we at least know one of these, and she doesn't have a tattoo like shown. No one was around. Kept her head under, and this is like some of the most incriminating, like this is some of the most incriminating interviews I've ever seen. And literally, you admit to the cops that you wanted to drown this person that you're close with, and then just it was just for a moment. We made up afterwards. It's fine. A love-hate relationship. Interesting. Yeah, the song said they were sisters. It's just weird that she's not specifying. Well, moment we've been waiting for. Eve. And we have a couple. Oh, and she looks distraught in one of the other ones. Let's see. Wait, look at their hair. Does one keep their hair up and the other down? I did notice that. Though we can't necessarily go off of that. We could, but there's always the possibility that she could, maybe if the police get onto them, they could start doing something to look more and more like the other person. Looks like an analog horror series. It's not. But hello, K-Love. Welcome to the stream. If you don't want to get spoiled, I probably wouldn't recommend watching this right now if you want to watch the rest of the VOD, because we are pretty much deep into spoiler territory here. This could be a doppelganger situation that would explain the weird behavior. Who knows? But this is definitely the sister.
Well,
my friend Eve.
She used to fight them when I was a kid.
Friend.
She was more popular with the boys, and they used to hate to fight. We hated sometimes.
So right here, she's calling Eve her friend.
Police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, and we would save money, pitched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police.
Okay.
So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. Station.
Her mom.
But again, everyone friendly. Parents let me off.
Okay. So, confirmation, she is not an orphan. She had a mother. It's interesting that she's mentioning her just now. Does that confirm that they're not sisters? I don't know. But they're definitely like lookalikes, though. Song reference that the younger sister had blonde hair. Could Eva dyed it to match the wife? I'm not sure. But she does not look happy here. Hannah? What? What? Okay. Okay. So this is Hannah. Hannah. What were you doing talking about Eve? And she was just talking about her. So is this Hannah? Hannah and Eve? They're both palindromes. I actually just noticed. We know the sister's name now. This is the first time that she's mentioned her parents. Oh, yeah. Hannah and Eve. Scared for the cats. Yeah, that's probably her name. She was referring to herself in that moment. And this is the first time that she wasn't in the room with anyone. Because you notice she looked, realized she was by herself. She probably doesn't notice that she's being recorded. She breaks down. Hannah. Looks again. Then puts her head down. What are you... She doesn't say what were. What are you doing talking about Eve? So she is definitely referring to herself in this moment. She's not talking about Eve, like, oh, well, what are you doing talking about yourself? She's saying to herself, what am I doing talking about her? She does this little thing with her fingers, like, is this Morse code or something? I don't know why she would do it if she was by herself. And then she says, poor Simon. She definitely knows more than what she's letting on. And as soon as they come in, she immediately, like, tries to regain her composure, does a little half smile, and then has like this look. That is very interesting. It's not orphans, but I think maybe they are twin sisters separated at birth. And this is her when she was probably guilty era, because they took her into a different room.
My mother called me Eve.
What? Is it because she and Eve looked alike? Her mother knew about Eve. But she's acting like they were just friends. Let's put in mother. Try and get more info on her. Okay, this is when she just found out Simon was murdered.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window.
Doing another one of those tests.
She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Okay. I
would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby.
What?
We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Interesting. It's because both of their names were like palindromes. Oh, my mother called me Eve, right? Sounds like a miscarriage, yeah.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me.
Okay, this is her being completely honest. Yes, please.
It's a real life fairy tale.
Okay, this was the start of the interview. This was the start of this interview. She wasn't raised by her biological mother, but a woman who took on the mother role took her in. Okay. Miscarriage. Let's look at that. Oh, I accidentally took a screenshot somehow. I don't even know how I did that. Okay, so miscarriage. Very weird spelling. Oh, wow, that is a lot. Yeah, maybe adopted.
I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
This is Hannah.
We carried on living at Simon's parents until, but it was only a few months after.
After what? I lost the baby. Had a miscarriage at 8 months. That's fucking rough, dude. Carried on with his parents. It was only a few months after. After what? This game is very good. It really is.
Then my parents died.
Oh.
It was the worst year of my life.
Oh.
Miscarriage and then my parents.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is horrible. So yeah, it was a few months before her parents died after she had the miscarriage. Wow. Okay.
They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
Oh, jeez.
And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed.
Oh.
Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that, it was just like, fuck.
Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have reflection. Whoa, okay, so hold on. Let me read this one more time. Okay, they'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was the flu. The neighbor called me and I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. They'd been there for days. No one had noticed. They died in their sleep. Just awful. So soon after my miscarriage, 4 months after it, worst year of my life, I'd been so happy to get married, and after all that was like, fuck. Yeah, Jesus. That was actually one of the few times that scared me. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So to me, it sounds like Simon married Hannah because he got her pregnant. He got drunk, met and slept with Eve, and Hannah drove off in anger. Stress killed the baby. Then her parents died. Could it have been either that, or did they have a second child? She's saying she's pregnant right now. She said, yeah, it's just morning sickness. I'm pregnant. She had to have had a second child. I'm assuming this timeline of events is that they got pregnant at some point and they lost the baby. And he either got pregnant with Hannah again or he got Eve pregnant again. One of the two got angry and ran off. Did the other one kill him? I think we need more information to go off of. But at either way, Simon got one of them pregnant again, because one of them is pregnant. We just don't know who yet. I wonder. But we definitely need a tell. I'm wondering if this drink has anything to do with it. She's like stirring a drink in some of these. But the parents dead makes no sense because we have nothing to confirm that they are both dead. Well, yeah, we only have her account, but as of right now, I don't think there's any reason to deny that. But it is interesting. Actually, Matthew, you're absolutely right. This is definitely a cover story, because we now know that she apparently just had a mother. We don't hear about any kind of father. In the probably guilty era, she mentions that she had a mother that wasn't her biological mother. But here she's saying that she had two parents. But maybe they fit and I'm being stupid, but I'm not too sure. It just seems odd is all.
Yeah. And I was infertile.
Infertile.
I thought I was. They told me I was infertile after miscarriage because of complications.
Mm-hmm. And is that her... Oh, interesting. Is that her explanation as to how she's pregnant right now? Because if they're going to be like, well, aren't you infertile? And she's like, well, yeah. They told me I was, but here we are. Maybe the drinks can tell us who's pregnant, sickness and all. Who knows? I'm wondering. Probably guilty era.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
This is Eve.
But like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again.
What?
But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon
were
had a job
married.
at Glazier's now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
Oh my god. Okay. Wait. Eve was raised by an adoptive mother while Hannah was raised by the parents. It does look like that. Eve, because Eve is the one in... This is Eve. This is her. This is her because she's referring to Hannah as a separate person. Hannah is the one who had the miscarriage. Thank God I was watching the stream, so yeah. Yeah, okay. Turn fertile. Corrected its course. We were aligned again. Which is interesting wording. We're still living with his parents. They were married. Yes, so yes, this is confirmation. He married Hannah. Job at Glazier's. Yeah. And then nothing. And what's with the sirens at the background? It looks like we're in some kind of police station looking at these clips. Okay. Well, let's look up Hannah. Oh, she's taking a lie detector test. Interesting. Hannah. Oh.
my name is Hannah. Hannah.
Okay.
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from there, though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well,
Okay.
Hannah Smith. I live at 39 Gladstone Street.
I do think that is definitely Hannah. She's a lot more like playful there. And this was, yeah, when she was reporting him missing. This is her saying, Hannah, what are you doing talking about Eve? So this is Hannah, presumably, and then this is Eve. So yeah, we cannot go by the hair because this is Hannah and this is Eve. At some point, it looks like they blended their hairstyles to try to look exactly like each other. So yeah, gotcha. We're not going to be able to use the hair. We're going to have to use behavior. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. I think I got it because I don't think that they could afford to keep her around, so they got rid of her at a young age. So Simon married Hannah, cheated on her with Eve. It looks like it, which means that Eve is currently the pregnant one, possibly. What if Eve was the unhinged one growing up? Hannah nearly drowned her, so they separated them. Hannah doesn't want to claim her as her sister, so she refers to her as a friend. I don't know. I'm not sure they were definitely dangerous to be. I'm not sure they were definitely dangerous to be together. This is a lie detector test.
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
See? It beeped.
Yes.
Or it didn't beep, but she...
Oh, shit. Sorry.
She's used to calling herself Hannah. And that wasn't right.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Mm-hmm.
When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time.
Hmm.
The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
Hmm.
The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Okay. That's a flash of like, oh, you're making progress, I'm assuming. So the midwife was taking care of a mom who had twins. The twins were separated at birth because I'm assuming what it looks like is the midwife wanted a baby. Her name was Florence. She took the child and told the mom that she was dead, but that Hannah was alive. So yeah, Eve and Hannah were separated at birth. Hannah got to live with the parents, and Eve, it looks like, lived with the midwife, Florence. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm not sure. They were definitely dangerous. I'm lagging here. Monzo, try refreshing your YouTube page, and that might solve the issue. Yeah, interesting.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Huh. What? Hold on. Was it ever confirmed that the adoptive parents ever died? It looks like she was definitely lying. Her parents aren't. She was lying about her parents being dead. Or at least that's what it looks like. Hold on. She recognized me from the window. I'm assuming Hannah recognized her. She told me to come inside and hid me. Hannah hid Eve. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place. But why? Did something happen to the midwife? Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. So, okay, so we've done miscarriage. We've done Hannah. Let's look up the midwife.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's Yeah, okay, I'm getting the picture now. Alright. Let's see, twins. Okay, let's see. Missing person era, probably guilty era. At this point, we should just call it backstory era, honestly. Let's see, let me erase my words here. But this is another weird point. They never mentioned a father. So this would mean that the father might have died and the mother couldn't take care of them at a young age. The ink blots again. One of them mentioned seeing someone, but their mom wouldn't let them out, I think. You're actually right. Yeah, the mom wouldn't let her out through the window. It honestly sounds like Eve was jealous of what Hannah had. Everything she had. She did have everything. She had a family. She had... Oh my god, wait, did Hannah's parents die? Oh my god, wait, I figured it out. That's how the two stories make sense. This whole midwife thing can be easily, like... That's why Hannah's story can be true as well. Hannah's parents died in the thing. But they weren't... And they were technically Eve's parents too, but she wasn't raised by them. Yeah, that's why she that's why the midwife hit Eve, because they would figure out, twins. That's why she never let her out. Okay, so this is missing person era. Let's see what this is about. Twins.
Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Asking her if she had a twin? And she responded strongly there.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
I don't know what the context, but she's saying twins as if like, oh, did you have twins? Or did your parents have twins? She's not asking like, she's not responding to a question as if they're saying like, oh, did you have a twin? I don't think it was orphanage, Kirby. She's saying point blank that she didn't live in an orphanage, that she was raised by the midwife. This is
Florence took me home with
backstory.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
Had been, okay.
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Really? Huh. But was it ever confirmed that Eve killed Hannah's real parents, or are they the adopted ones? I think they just genuinely died in their sleep. Hannah's parents did. I wanted to look at this again. Florence took me home with her. Mother had been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence as this was anything but a happy occasion. Huh. So did they all suspect that Eve was supposed to be dead or something? I think she said point blank that Florence told her mom that one of the kids died. So instead of saying I had a miscarriage, it was easier to just say I only had one child. I'm head out. All right, good night, K-Love. Yeah, all right. Interesting. And then what's this one about? It's longer.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories.
Mm-hmm.
We knew we were like that.
Oh.
Twins. Magical.
Hmm.
We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. At a private place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, We were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Really? That's very interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Florence. That's the next word, right? I'm spelling it right? Yeah, Florence. Okay, we have a little bit more stuff on her. Oh, this is pretty long.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Old papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war.
Okay.
And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. Well, I mean, I guess it was different then. When you married for life, she felt she could never marry again.
Yeah.
I guess it was harder, a war widow. Honour the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Okay. So Florence's husband died in the war. She wanted a family, but she couldn't have one, and she didn't want to get married because her husband died in the war. That's why she stole Eve. She stole Eve so that way she could have a kid. Okay. They did the thing. Fable made awesome fan art. Oh? Let's see in the server. I did as well, Sue. Let me see. Ooh, look at this Detective Angel art. I'll have to show this at the end of the stream, but it looks really nice. That looks really cool. Fable. That looks really nice. I don't know what... Oh, okay. One of them has the... Okay, I see why it was the wrong one. That looks really cool. I really like that. Thank you both so much. I'll show you your guys' art at the end of the stream. But oh my god, that's so cute. Thank you. I kind of feeling I know where the story is going. Widow, huh? Even more interesting, yeah. And then that's kidnapping, yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's try a fair. That is that's the next one we have on our list here. Oh, it's double F. I don't know why. There we go.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay, so she denied that real quick. That was one of our theories that he cheated. Okay, that's Eve. This is Hannah. I believe this is Hannah. This is, yeah. Hannah. What are you doing talking about Eve? This is Hannah. This is Eve.
You're reaching here, and I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care. Why are you trying to make me sad?
Oh, jeez.
Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
What? Well, she got really defensive there. Really defensive. I'm wondering, yeah, did she like... I think Eve might have been in love with Simon. Possibly. Because she got super defensive there.
Why did your wife do it? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was out there? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
She's getting really emotional there. Wow. And as far as we know, Eve is keeping with the story that she was in Glasgow and she had to be in the hospital because of the accident. So Hannah had a miscarriage and Simon got Eve pregnant. That looks like it. Because Eve has said for point blank, yes, Hannah had a miscarriage. Hannah did. Not Eve, Hannah. So I'm assuming that he got Eve pregnant that night. C, lie. Ooh, we have a few here. So we have Hannah again.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house. A week or so ago.
A week or so ago.
It would have been the Saturday before my birthday.
Saturday.
You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Okay, did she clean the house? Does she think she and Hannah are the same person sometimes? Like, what's hers is hers. I think that was just them as a kid being like, oh, wow, we're the same person. But I do think that she was jealous of Hannah. She hinted at a point of, I didn't kill Simon. Maybe that's to cover up something deeper. Yeah, let's see. Well, this is Eve, so...
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Okay. Yeah, and that's when... Okay, wait.
My name. That was the other question I failed. The lie detector works.
Yep. That's like the ultimate confirmation she's not Hannah. See. Glaziers. See what we can get from that.
Mobile phone? Yeah.
Missing person
Well,
era?
they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. Can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Okay.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
And this is Hannah. She doesn't have the tattoo.
I did.
The only way we're going to figure out whether or not she has the tattoo, you obviously can't see my finger pointing at the screen, but the tattoo is A little above, I believe, the elbow. Like, once you get to the elbow, it's like right around that area. So when she's wearing short sleeves, you can definitely tell whether or not it's Hannah or not. And it looks like for a little bit, Hannah's the one who had her hair tied up, and then she tried putting it down, I believe, at some point. Or I don't know, because I think this is Hannah right here. Hmm. Hmm. Eve took the test and said she was Hannah, yeah.
We couldn't afford our own place.
I don't think that she wants to be Hannah. I think it's that they're assuming the same identity.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time with Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. He moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and a baby. It was a nice change. Time to myself, living there for those months. Full of hope.
Okay. And then this is after she found out he was dead. Because, right, this is before.
No. Everyone loves Simon. He's a glazier. He doesn't have much money. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Drunk. Okay, we have one.
Yeah. The parents decided there would be a wedding. After the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents.
Okay.
There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again.
Okay.
I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig. Her and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Met in clubs, parks and handbags. I was 17.
Wow.
It felt like I was being punished.
Oh, jeez.
It was Hannah who had betrayed us.
Huh.
I had to stop when one of the guys gave me my STD.
Oh, Jesus.
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. Found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? And that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Okay, that was a lot of information there. Eve holds a lot of hatred for Hannah. The way she talks about her and them being even is very telling. Like the way she smiled about the miscarriage, she had an obsession with her. Seemed to hate each other's guts. So they were both underage when their whole thing with Simon went down, I think. She tried to get pregnant with random drunk guys, met Simon at a bar. She knew him. Okay, here's what I think happened. After the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. Hannah and Simon fooled around. Hannah and Simon did. Hannah wound up getting pregnant at 17. The parents said, you need to get married now. And then there was no way that Eve could follow. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. In case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. So she might actually have. I don't know if she has blonde hair or not. Like maybe she's wearing a wig or not. Who knows? I was trying to get pregnant. I think Eve was trying to get pregnant because she wanted her and Hannah to match. Sorry, that was gross. So yeah, I think that Eve, like, because she says that once, I think she said in an earlier video, when Hannah had the miscarriage, it felt like the world was correcting itself, that they were aligned again. So it looks like it looks like it's mutual because she says here, we talked about what to do. Was it time to be our own separate people? It seemed like the right thing, but neither of us wanted it. It was a very mutual thing that they both wanted. They wanted to mirror each other for whatever reason. So when Hannah got pregnant, they came up with the thing to have Eve get pregnant, but they could not do it with anyone that they knew because then they'd think cheating. So Eve had to do it with random drunk guys at bars. They had to stop once they gave Eve an STD. They met up again after a while, and for the first time, they weren't twins anymore. They didn't look exactly like each other. She was getting fatter and flushed, Hannah was. And then the plan became try to get your own place so that way I can move in. Don't know how that would work, but yeah. So yeah, that's at least a little bit of it. So now I'm wondering, how did Simon come into the picture here? Let's see, let me look up wig. I don't think she's lying here. This is her telling the truth. This is like her not bullshitting anymore. The earlier tapes was when she was like trying to put a story together. This is her being honest. So yeah, I don't think she's lying in the probably guilty era. Let's see, let's look up wig. We have a little bit of this.
What type of wig?
Oh, did they find the wig? And I'm assuming I believe this might be Hannah. She was very surprised by that.
I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
She's very inquisitive by it. What kind of wig?
This other person doesn't exist.
Mm.
I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything.
Oh.
Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap. Interesting. They have a cat. So it was a blonde wig. She said if anyone recognized me, I could always wear the wig. That's interesting. So they do definitely both have brown hair. So it's not like one has a different hair color. So I'm wondering what that is about.
This was 9, that night. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay.
This was 9.
Okay, so it was about 9 o'clock. She was waiting for me. Hannah was. She was furious and so angry. She was performing. I think Eve said she was performing at the bar. The only degree I have towards herself. We screamed, we argued and cried and fought. I hit her, left a bruise. So Hannah Does Hannah have a bruise? I had my wig on, she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left. So the wig was for when Eve would perform. Let's see, let's look up the cat flap. This is when she was just told.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows are really hard to open anyway. It's stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. There's a cat flap in the back door.
Talking about possible ways someone could have gotten in.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. We never did anything about the cat flap, but if you're thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Okay. Let's see. Might stay up a bit later. I think if we're lucky, we could probably finish this. Or should we leave it for now? I don't know. I do have work tomorrow. And I don't know how much we could get through in another hour. Did they keep their twins a secret from everyone? Like if Eve put it on just so no one would recognize her. I mean, how would Simon not know Hannah had a twin? I think just leaving Simon's backstory not closed is something interesting. I don't know if I don't think Hannah told Simon that she has a twin. At least that's what I'm thinking. I think I'm going to make the decision to leave it off for tonight. And I'm going to try to stream tomorrow so that way we can finish this off. I kind of didn't want to because I feel like this is a kind of game where you're going to want to do it in one session to remember everything. But I just don't genuinely think that I'm going to be able to stay up long enough to see this fully through. Because I work at 4 o'clock and it's about to be 3 in the morning. I could only push myself maybe another hour, but I still have to I guess I don't really have any chapters. There's really nothing to chapter here, but yeah, I don't know. Hannah couldn't have told Simon about Eve because he could have made the connection when he met Eve in that bar. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do that. I think let's see, I'm hoping this will automatically save. I really hope it will. Yeah, okay. And we're just gonna hope that that's saved because it said continue. Oh, did I get hidden achievements? That's funny. Alright, let's go back to the Hangout. Alright, everybody, that is the first part of the Her Story stream. Second part, we're probably gonna finish it off. We'll learn more about the history, the story, and see how it all ties together. I'm so happy about the the reception to this stream. I love this game like so much, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. It's really interesting. Yeah, this like story is so cool and stuff. I'm so glad that I'm letting people see it and stuff, and I'm happy to continue it tomorrow. Same time as usual. It's intriguing. Yeah. All right. I guess that's it for now. The story goes far deeper than I thought it would. Right. It's like there's so many different layers. It's like so fucking interesting. But yeah. All right. Oh, I need to see, it's a good thing because I need to show off the fan art for this stream. We all used our thinking caps on this game. Yep. I'm so glad you guys are actually taking it seriously, trying to put the pieces together. I think it was pretty cool. It made me really happy to see you guys being like that interested. All right, let me get the fan art together. I'm gonna rewatch it tomorrow to see if I catch anything. Awesome. Let's see. Let me go into my photos so that way I can download them. All right. Going into like every other tab except for OBS. It hits you in the feelings, the Enigma emotions, yeah. Even though I wasn't part of the conversation, I'm very invested. That's alright, committal. It's no worries. Being a lurker is not something to be ashamed of. Let's see, so let's put up the first bit of fan art image. And boop. This is by Matthew. Do we have enough fan art for another fan art spotlight on the community posts? I'll have to see. But yeah, this is Detective Angel. I'm smoking a little smoky smoke thing and wearing a Sherlock thing. It's pretty cool. I really like it. It really makes you think. It does. I grew up watching MatPat. Theories and mysteries are hardwired into my brain. I love games that make you think. Same. Alright, so we have that, and then we have, actually, could I just replace it? I can. I don't have to delete it every time. Then we have this one made by Fable. This is, I think, the first bit of fan art Fable made for the streams. And it looks really cool, too. I like the little pose. It's, like, so cute and stuff. Interesting. I really like this one. I like the style. The aha when you get something right. Right? Elementary idea. Yippee. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the art. Like, I really do appreciate it. Let me go ahead and take that off. That was my best art yet. It was. You're definitely improving, Matthew. Keep it up, and you're definitely going to improve. That's how it was with me. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm, good, but I'd like to think that my art's, like, somewhat not as terrible. I mean, sometimes I feel like it regresses, but I wouldn't say that I hate my art. It's just not of good quality. But yeah, keep going and you'll keep improving. Lad, that's a closed case. Elementary. Yeah. Alright, guys. That is it. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing her story, probably finishing it same time as usual, and yeah, I guess that's everything. Thank you for the people who came to this stream. I mean, I'm on phone art, so I got it harder. Yeah, that's very fair. Thank you for everyone who's been who watched this stream, and thank you for the people who donated, like Gotcha and Monzo and Sueton. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Everyone remember to stretch and drink water. Yes, Gotcha. You are speaking the healthy gospel. You all need to do that. I actually have water right now. I finished my soda. But yeah, that's all. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make a new thumbnail, so that's going to be fun. Everyone have a good everyone stay safe and stay hydrated. Your body is a big, important, complicated flower and it needs water. Everyone have a good rest of your day. And if it's nighttime for you, have a good rest of your night. And as always, bye.